Thanks to Simply Safe for sponsoring the thing that you're watching. They're having a banana crazy sale right now. Talk soon. I get a lot of movie review suggestions sent to me. I'm talking new movies, old movies, good movies, bad movies. And I'm not gonna say that a lot of the suggestions are bad, but I guess let me just give you some examples. People will DM me and say, hey, you should review The Room. Sure. Just let me first finish making my video about Leafy's comeback. Wait, he got banned? What? Then there's people who tell me, hey, you should check out 14 Cameras. Total train wreck. Yeah, I know. That's why it's one of my longest reviews. And frankly, I'm sick of picking and choosing, so I just wanted once and for all for you guys to just lay them out, and you did. And from those replies, I compiled a list, and I'm gonna force myself to watch every movie on that list. It's gonna be a semi-quickfire series where, depending on how much I have to say about the title, will determine the amount of movies that I cover in one video. Let's not overcomplicate it, and let's begin. Our first movie is Hey, you guys remember the beginning of the video where I foreshadowed this moment? You don't? Yeah, you should probably get that checked. Today's sponsor is Simply Safe. Not a condom company, go figure. But loosely, it does help provide a barrier between you and nuts. I'm honestly not even sure if I can say that. There is almost always a spike in break-ins during the holidays. I don't know why. I'm not a burglar, even though I'm getting an absolute steal with Simply Safe's phenomenal 30% off sale that comes with a free HD camera with the purchase of any new system. Simply Safe is reliable, convenient home security. Round-the-clock protection for just 50 cents a day with no contracts. Picture Home Alone on steroids. Also, they recently won US News and World Report's Best Overall Home Security of 2020. I've mentioned this on stream. I'm actually in the grueling process of purchasing my first home. And one of my top priorities as soon as we're greenlit on a house, security. The setup was super easy. I got the indoor cam up and running in like 2 minutes, motion sensors, and if prompted, the monitoring center will call the police. Oh, and I also got one of those cool yard signs, which excited me more than it should have. So protect your home and visit simplysafe.com/MrGG to get 30% off your system plus a free HD camera. And thank you, Simply Safe, for sponsoring this video. Killjoy triggered something in my brain the moment I read the name. Blockbuster. Not that it's a blockbuster hit, but I remember seeing this movie on the shelves of Blockbuster. I don't remember actually watching it, so this is technically a first time viewing for me. And after watching it, the movie is mostly bad.
Please, man. This punk is crying. Punk ass Buster.
But it is interesting. Killjoy is interesting. He looks the part. It's a hell of a cover photo. And that font. Graphic design is my passion. Now, this is more of a comedy than a horror. And not in the sense of, oh, it's so bad that it's good. I mean, there's just genuinely more leaning into jokes than there is scares. But rest assured, he's not clowning around. Let's run through the movie.
Drugs? What kind of drugs?
So this dweeb named Michael, stupid ass name, is trying to get with Jada, but she has a boyfriend. But she's still feeling Michael. It's too bad that her boyfriend is gangster Lorenzo. And obviously that means Michael gets his ass beat. This homeless guy watches. He doesn't do anything, and we can move on, technically. But my sitcom mind imagined him jumping into the middle of the fight and also getting his ass beat. And after they left, Michael would turn over like, wow, sir, you didn't have to try and protect me, but thank you. And the homeless guy would look befuddled and say, protect you? I was just hoping he'd knock some sense into me. Because I'm poor. Michael's very sane, immediate response to getting beat up is trying to summon a demon clown to rid him of his enemies. AKA, he pussy. They stepped on my algebra book.
Fetch me their soul!
And listen, I got bullied. I didn't run to a ritual circle. I played the long game. I ran my ass to the bank with their broke ass. How's your customer service job, asshole? Yeah, can you patch me through to somebody who doesn't suck at life? Sorry guys, I never got that out. Feels good. Why does this man have such pretty eyes? He looks like Crip Drago. Lorenzo and his goons lure Michael out and joke that they're gonna kill him, but Lorenzo didn't even load the gun. Well, I mean, except for this bullet.
What's wrong?
Killjoy is rated R, and it bothers me how tame they are with everything. A scene like this could have been so much more effective. Instead of Lorenzo pointing the gun at Michael's happy trail and somehow hitting his chest, we could have had Lorenzo raise the gun higher and a shot looking at the back of Michael's head as the gun goes off, brain splatter, music cup, body drop. This movie confuses me. Part of me thinks they avoided the gruesome shit to appeal to a larger audience, but I just have to be wrong in that guess because they have everything else. The movie's got tits, drugs, cursing, fucking, drinking, guns. I don't get it. I mean, you could say it's budgetary, but the estimated $150K budget seems like enough for a blood splatter or two. Just me? A year later, this new guy ends up boning Jada, and the very next scene is Lorenzo and his goons freestyling, but they don't cut the fucking music, so it just keeps playing while they rap.
So check out the lyric as I bring it, as you hear it. You better grab your girl, cause I'ma rock her world. Don't be stepping to me the wrong way, the wrong time, because you know I'm about to kick that rhyme.
Pass that shit, cause I wanna take a hit. Get real high and forget about that shit.
You just gonna let him smoke your weed after that? That weak ass shit out of here. Yo, T to the bone, and I'm looking for a clown. Should I go up or should I go down? He's got a funny nose and big old shoes. Now I'm looking for my boy, and I'm sipping on some booze. I'm drinking on the 40, and I'm feeling kind of lit. I'm looking for this clown, and it's gonna be crazy. Shit. I love this group. They're just so stereotypical to a fault. This guy smokes like he's trying to blow up a balloon. This guy drinks Old English like it's mouthwash. I also still don't know why they chose for this sequence to blend these two scenes together. What's the storytelling here? Killjoy shows up in an ice cream truck and tells these dips that he's a drug dealer. They take a sniff of this little chunk of paper and they're sold. Ooh. Office Depot?
Yo, man, where that clown at?
Come on, boys, come on and get me.
I wanna play games now.
B, I don't trust him. This gotta be a setup.
Bro, I don't know, that clown slash drug dealer that just vanished us into another dimension and is dancing like Chris Brown in front of us and just disappeared again. I got a funny feeling about him. This movie definitely has some charm to it. Even though I wish the kills were more gruesome, they're still pretty cute. Like this dude gets surprise ran over in a warehouse, which, you know, not a funny scenario to anybody else. You just turn the corner. How did that get here? What the heck? This guy gets poisoned with, I don't know, Chernobyl because he just dies instantly. The special effect doesn't even look that bad.
Alright, fuck it then. Go take your fucking shower and get on up out of here with that shit.
Just stank ass.
Pussy stank anyway.
Oh, he actually said it. Just stank ass pussy. Dirty doo-doo ass butt. Killjoy captures Lorenzo and we have the best death sequence in this movie. What the heck?
Now that's how you bust caps, motherfucker.
I hope this man got paid. Because when this man is not directly involved in a scene, this movie is a boring, shallow waste. These characters don't fucking matter. The moments between Lorenzo's goons have been second in most enjoyable screen time. And now they're dead. Is this movie like over already? Anyway, the homeless man is back and he finds Jada's friend. And you might be asking, why? What? But it's because the homeless guy is magical. I don't know what he's exactly supposed to be, but he's magical. He has them all gather hands and he basically fills them in on what we saw already, you know, as opposed to them slowly finding little clues as to what happened. He just tells them. That's the point. That's why this homeless guy's in the movie. He tells Jada this is on her and Killjoy's coming for those cheeks. You're telling me that guy that just vanished can't help us more? So they go to Killjoy, they have a fight scene with the dead goons. I actually like this scene. It's goofy as all hell, but I can at least tell what's happening. And the cheesy one-liners are just a cherry on top.
Prone hands. It's Miller time.
You can't fucking kill me. I'm already dead.
Dead wrong, bitch.
Jada baits Killjoy, so he transforms into Michael and he gets Daenerys. This is kind of fucked up, right? This man was ruthlessly beaten, wrongfully shot, murdered, alone, without love, just to get bamboozled and shanked. But they still have to destroy the doll, so they rush to do that. But to deter her, the doll turns into Michael, which she just stabbed him, but okay. He begs for his life and her love. And this is still stupid to me. Bro, this is our last chance. We gotta change the doll into somebody she wouldn't stab. I got it. There's no way she stabs me twice. But unfortunately, this thought's cooldown is up, baby. Oh no. Dying for the third time hurts even more. T to the bone, and I'm looking for a clown.
Don't break the circle. We have to stay within the circle.
This. How the fuck do you know that? Killjoy scolds Michael because he couldn't seal the deal, so he mukbangs his soul. Man, I don't think Michael's the victim, and he wanted to retaliate to the people who murdered him. And the happy ending is having Michael suffer. What the fuck was the point of the homeless man then? I thought he was supposed to be looking out for Michael. Why would you help them? Her cheating literally contributed to his death. What kind of fuck-ass morals are these?
I'm hungry. What do you say we go eat?
Let's go get some food. While Michael fucking rots in hell. Then there's not one, but two sequel scares at the end of the movie.
Sure feels good to laugh again.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, man. Those 2 hours without laughing really were kind of crazy for me.
Okay. It's okay.
Are you? Excuse me? Yo.
Baby, I'm horny.
Jamal, now is not the time.
Come on.
Listen, I know you're fucking traumatized right now by almost fucking dying and your ex coming back to haunt you, but let me eat that stanky pussy, babe. Killjoy's fun, and it's fun to make fun of. A bit nostalgic. I would say bad movie, but great suggestion. Shout out to those of you who suggested it. Oh my god, listen. Can I read the description real quick? Hold on. A demon clown sent straight from the depths of hell. Move over, Pennywise. Killjoy is it. I don't know. So the FP is supposed to be a cult classic because the premise is bizarre. It's a dystopian disco because the big nuts around town have the most agile toes for DDR. Except in this world, that still takes lawsuits very seriously, it's called BBR, Beat Revelation. Now, if you don't know what DDR is, which I'm assuming the younger crowd here wouldn't know, right? Do they still have these at arcades? Do you guys even go to arcades? I don't even think I went to fucking arcades. I have life insurance now. I don't fucking know. You see, back in the PS2 days, I had Dance Dance Revolution Extreme 2 with my own little DDR pad hooked up, which wasn't amazing at registering stomps, but it was okay. And that shit was fire back then. 11-year-old me was sweating in the room like, let's get it on to the early morning, girl. It's all good. Don't turn me on. Get busy. No. Now, to me, when I saw that this had a theatrical release in 2012, an extremely limited release, mind you, my first thought was, how? Although the movie's meant to be ridiculous, the concept focusing around DDR still very much dated this movie for me. I don't think people gave a shit about DDR in 2012. 2012, I was slamming down Vanilla Cokes playing Nuketown 24/7 during Double XP weekend and Blob's Deuce. And graduating, but the last thing I was thinking about was fucking DDR. My priorities were Double XP weekend, graduating, everything else, DDR. Sex. But that's because the idea for this film was actually conceived in 2007, which honestly explains a lot. Now I'm faced with the tall task of explaining this movie to you. The following things I'm about to say are gonna sound like I drink nasal spray and do a lot of meth, but rest assured, I'm just explaining the movie. So the movie starts in LWE, leader of the 245, fighting for the FP in a beat off 187's B-Tro in front of J-Tro in the 248. Shit's crazy, I know. To me, this isn't a so bad it's good film, it's just off the wall. The main character, J-Tro, has an eye patch, and it's never explained. And after watching the movie, I learned that the actor actually is blind in his right eye. And it was kind of funny that the thought of that man legitimately needing an eye patch never once crossed my mind during the movie. Because I thought, with everything I'm looking at on screen, it's gotta be a bit. Nope. Now I need to get rid of that joke where I said that he looks like a Logan Paulish Liam Neeson cosplaying Solid Snake. I mean, I would have, but he seems to be a pretty good sport about it. And you'll later see that he seems to support no limit humor. I mean, the most offensive thing to him was probably Logan Paulish. The shoe wear of choice for a beat-off, that's a one-on-one challenge if you haven't caught that yet, are these knee-high moon boots that probably add an extra 42 pounds every step. Maybe their DDR pads didn't register that well either. This boot was so fucking fat that this guy actually messed up his ankle at one point, and the boot was his cast because it's so fucking fat. Detrone's brother dies after losing his step and collapsing mid-beat-off. Been there. And there's no clarification as to how he died, because he's alive on the ground for a bit, doing all these grunts and groans, and then he just clocks out. Maybe if you weren't wearing those fat-ass boots cutting off your blood supply, you could endure more than one beat-off. Now, I don't exactly like this movie, but I understand why other people do. I mean, for an estimated $60,000 budget, I think there's a lot here. I mean, especially if we're going off Killjoy's $150K budget, like, what? Either the numbers are not accurate at all, or I genuinely don't understand movie budgets. I'd guess the latter. There was time and effort put into this movie. The actors are trying to accurately portray their characters. A lot of the time, you can find comedy anywhere in the frame. For example, the extras sometimes have outfits that don't make sense with the current fashion. Maybe they're taking a stupid moment super seriously, or maybe there's just some titties out and you don't want to miss it. There's effort, and overall, I think it deserves the notoriety it has, but holy shit, is there one aspect that I have not mentioned at all. Everybody in the film has this specific way of talking. It's this nutty slang that apparently is somewhat native to Fraser Park in California. That's where the movie's based, the FP. Fraser Park. There's like 90 M-bombs dropped in this movie. I feel like I don't have to play-by-play this movie for you. His brother died, he left, came back, and trained hard to defeat his foe. I mean, it's like if you looked at the soundtrack, track 9 is just Kramer's stand-up set. There was also a sequel made just 2 years ago, which was completely crowdfunded as far as I can see, which obviously goes to show the cult following for this movie. This article apparently counted every single one, and there's an estimated 397 M-bombs dropped during the movie. Never ignorant getting goals accomplished. The acronym of champions. Don't spell it out. That's from the movie, by the way. They slid an acronym into the movie lore because that word is used so much. Nobody really talks about this part of the movie online, aside from like 2 small articles. And one of them is completely defending it, because it's like, hey, it's a goofy comedy, come on. But I was able to find an AMA with the director / main character of the FP, where he actually somewhat addressed it in 2018, gearing up for the sequel. And I'll cap it at not the smartest response, but a response that is not going to affect the people who are already a fan of the film. Anyways, that's the FP. I don't really care for the movie, but a valid suggestion. Shout out to those of you who suggested it. It's weird because Killjoy is the shittier movie, like pretty significantly, but I'd rather watch Killjoy. Seriously, it's like 7 Mel Gibsons on a conference call.
100% grade A, beat, boots.
What? If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you guys enjoy the idea of this series, please leave a like. And here is your second reminder to please leave a like. Subscribe because I have more content coming your way. Shout out to Digital Goon for retweeting my last video tweet. Shout out to my lovely, 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 lovely patrons for always supporting the boy. I've also tweeted about this several times, but figured I might as well put it on a video. I'm looking for VOD editors, like good ones. So if you haven't already sent in an application, you can to this email right here. I don't want your years of experience and all that shit. Just send me a video you edited. I'm looking for something similar to the editing work of Courage JD, Valkyrie, Basically I Do Work, Disguised Toast. And once again, shout out to Simply Safe for sponsoring this video. Very kind of them. And as always, I am Mr. Gigi, and I am out.